Have you ever stopped to question why your life is the way it is? Not just in passing, but with deep, honest reflection. Most people don't. They wake up every day, go through the motions, and wonder why nothing changes. They assume that life is just happening to them, like they're passengers on a train with no control over their destination. But what if I told you that everything you're experiencing right now, your income, your relationships, your level of success is a direct result of something hidden beneath the surface? There's an unseen force running your life, shaping your choices, and dictating your outcomes. It's so deeply ingrained that you don't even realize it's there. And until you do, you'll remain stuck in the same patterns, year after year, no matter how hard you try to change. I want you to take an honest look at your life, free yourself from the excuses, the justifications, and the someday I'll change mentality. Are you truly living the life you want, or are you settling for what you've been conditioned to accept? Nothing changes until you change, and to change, you must first uncover the mental programming that has been controlling you all along. We'll expose this hidden programming and reveal why most people never break free unless they make a conscious decision to rewrite the script. Most people believe they are in control of their lives. They assume that their decisions are their own, that their actions are the result of conscious thought. Here's a shocking truth. Almost everything you do is dictated by a hidden mind program running in the background. This program is called a paradigm, a collection of beliefs, habits, and thought patterns deeply embedded in your subconscious mind. It's not something you consciously chose. It was given to you, piece by piece, from childhood. Your parents, teachers, society, and life experiences all contributed to shaping the paradigm that now controls how you think, how you act, and ultimately what you achieve. Think about it. If you were raised in an environment where money was scarce, you probably developed a scarcity mindset, believing that wealth is hard to come by. If you grew up surrounded by negative, fearful people, you probably absorbed their limitations as your own. And unless you actively change that programming, it will continue to dictate your life, no matter how much you want something different. This is why so many people remain stuck. They gather knowledge, attend seminars, read books, but their results don't change because their paradigm remains the same. You need a paradigm shift, a fundamental reprogramming of the subconscious patterns that have kept you stuck in place. But how do you break free? It all starts with a single, powerful decision, one that most people never dare to make. Your entire life can change in an instant, not gradually. Not over years of waiting for the right moment, but the very second you make a firm, unwavering decision. Most people don't understand the power of decision-making. They hesitate, they overthink, they seek approval from others. They stand on the brink of transformation, but instead of stepping forward, they hold back, paralyzed by fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Indecision is a decision in itself, a decision to stay right where you are. A decision to let your old paradigm win, a decision to keep repeating the same patterns, waiting for a change that will never come. Look at people who have created enormous success in their lives. What do they all have in common? They make decisions quickly and with conviction. They don't wait for all the details to be figured out. They don't wait until they feel ready. They take action and figure it out along the way. You should do the same. Right now, there's a decision you've been putting off. Maybe it's the decision to start that business, quit that job, take that risk, or finally commit to your goals. Whatever it is, deep down, you already know what needs to be done. The question is, will you decide? Because the moment you decide, everything starts to move in your favor. Opportunities appear, resources align, and the invisible chains that have been holding you back, they start to break. But the second you make that bold decision, something else happens too. Fear sets in. The moment you decide to change, something powerful happens. The universe begins to shift in your favor. Doors open, ideas flow, momentum builds. But almost immediately, something else happens too. Fear strikes. Suddenly, doubts flood your mind. What if I fail? What if I lose money? What if I'm not good enough? The voice of your old paradigm screams at you, desperate to pull you back into the comfort of the familiar. This is what's known as the terror barrier, the invisible wall that separates where you are from where you want to be. It's the final defense of your old programming, designed to keep you stuck. And this is where most people backtrack. They see fear as a stop sign instead of what it really is, proof that they're on the cusp of something great. Think about it, every breakthrough in history was made by someone who was afraid and did it anyway. The first person to fly an airplane, the first person to climb Mount Everest, the entrepreneur who risked everything to build his dream. Fear is not the enemy. It's a sign that you're breaking out of your old limitations. So when fear hits, don't back down, push through, keep going. Run toward it, because on the other side of fear is everything you've ever wanted, and the key to moving forward. It starts with reprogramming the one thing that has controlled your entire life, your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is like a garden. Whatever you plant there, whether positive or negative, will grow and shape your reality. For years, your paradigm has planted seeds of doubt, limitation, and fear. And like weeds, these thoughts have taken over, smothering the possibility of something greater. But here's the incredible truth. You have the power to replant that garden. You can uproot the old limiting beliefs and replace them with ideas that serve you, ideas of wealth, confidence, and unlimited potential. How? Through repetition, visualization, and emotional engagement. Your subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between what is real and what is vividly imagined. This means that if you begin to see yourself as successful, wealthy, and unstoppable, if you feel it deeply and consistently, your subconscious will accept it as true. And once that belief is fixed, your actions, decisions, and results will follow. This is not positive thinking. This is how the most successful people in the world operate. They don't wait for external validation. They create their reality in their minds first, then watch how it unfolds in their lives. So ask yourself, what thoughts am I planting every day? Are they moving me forward or keeping me stuck? Because whatever you plant, you will reap. And when you start thinking at a higher frequency, you begin to attract a new reality, one filled with wealth, success, and unlimited opportunities. Everything in the universe operates on frequencies, including your thoughts. Right now, you are tuned to a specific frequency that determines your results in life. Your income, your success, your opportunities are all a reflection of the frequency you are operating at. I ask you, are you thinking about the level of life you want, or are you stuck in the frequency of your current circumstances? Most people get stuck because they keep thinking the same thoughts, feeling the same emotions, and making the same choices. They say things like, I'll start when I have the money, or I'll take action when the time is right, but that's not how success works. The truth is, you have to change your thinking first. The second you commit, before you have the resources, before you feel ready, you change frequencies. And when you change frequencies, you attract new opportunities, ideas, and people into your life. Look at the most successful people. They didn't wait for permission, they decided. They acted as if they were already on a higher frequency, and the universe responded in kind. So stop waiting. Stop thinking small. Start thinking at the level of your dreams, not the level of your fears. Because the moment you do, everything changes. And that's exactly what people who live extraordinary lives have in common. They align their thoughts, their energy, and their actions with three powerful universal desires. At the core of every human being, beneath the layers of doubt, fear, and social conditioning, there are three universal desires that drive us. These desires are not about luxury or excess. They are about freedom, fulfillment, and connection. 1. Freedom from financial worry. Most people don't dream of being a billionaire. What they really want is to eliminate financial stress. To wake up and know that they can buy what they need, travel wherever they want, and provide for their loved ones without worrying. Money is not the goal, freedom is. But as long as someone is stuck in a paradigm of scarcity, they will continue to struggle, no matter how much they earn. 2. Doing what you love every day. Nothing is more devastating than spending years, decades, working at a job you hate. Yet this is the reality for millions of people. The real desire is not just to make money, it's to make money doing something that excites you, something that gives you a reason to jump out of bed in the morning. 3. Surround yourself with high vibration people. Energy is contagious. If you're surrounded by negative, fearful, or complacent people, their mindset will rub off on you. But when you raise your frequency, you begin to attract people who inspire you, uplift you, and push you to grow. When these three desires align, life transforms. But achieving them requires one thing: a permanent paradigm shift. Change isn't the hard part. People change their habits all the time, starting new routines, setting goals, making commitments. But weeks later, they're back in their old patterns, their dreams buried under the weight of their old selves. Why? Because most changes are temporary. True transformation happens when change becomes permanent, when the shift in your mindset is so deeply ingrained that going back is no longer an option. So how do you make change stick? Repetition and immersion. Your paradigm has been built through years of repeated thoughts, emotions, and experiences. The only way to replace it is through daily, consistent exposure to new beliefs, ideas, and actions. Surround yourself with success, books, mentors, and environments that reinforce your new reality. Reprogram your mind daily through visualization, affirmations, and emotional engagement. Act as if you have already transformed, because the subconscious mind does not know the difference between reality and imagination. Success is not a one-time event. It is an ongoing process of becoming. You don't just try to change, you step into the identity of the person who is already living the life you desire. Most people wait for proof before they believe. But the secret is, belief comes first, and proof comes next. And when you finally make that change, the future is no longer something you hope for, it is something you create. The question is, what will you decide today? At the end of your life, you won't regret the risks you took. You won't look back and wish you had stayed in your comfort zone just a little longer. No, your biggest regrets will be the opportunities you missed because fear held you back. Right now, you are at a crossroads. You can choose to stay where you are, living by the same standards, getting the same results, or you can make a decision that changes everything. Most people hesitate. They wait for the right time, the right conditions. But here's the truth: there is no perfect time. There is only now. Every person who has ever built wealth, success, or freedom started with nothing more than a decision. A decision to bet on themselves, a decision to keep going even when they didn't have all the answers. A decision to reject mediocrity and step into the extraordinary. This is your moment, not tomorrow, not next year. Right now. So what will you do? Will you continue to live on autopilot, repeating the same cycles? Or will you be bold enough to rewrite your future? Because here's what you need to know: the second you commit, fully, without hesitation, everything starts to shift in your favor. Doors will open, people will show up, resources will align. And one day, you'll look back and realize that was the decision that changed everything.